Good morning. Today we're going to do a morning's birding at Staines, and as per usual for me, I always like to start at the reservoir. I've parked on the west side. There's a little lay-by there at the gate, at the bottom of the west side of the causeway exit, and I'm just walking up the road that the Thames water guys use to maintain the reservoir, and then onto the causeway. The causeway is the only area of the res that you can walk on and bird from. It sort of bisects the reservoir in half, making the north basin and the south basin. So yeah, pop along with me and let's see what we can find. Still very early, it's only gone 6 o'clock. I'm the only one here. As you can see, the sun's just popping up over the horizon there. Gorgeous morning. Oh man, lovely. So I'll just pop in here quickly. Grass is growing quite a bit. It's the South Tower. I'm going to concentrate mostly on the Moor today, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. I'm just going to pop along and see. So that's the South Basin. The reservoirs were built in 1902, I believe, and I've seen them drain twice. I think it was first the North Basin, and then the South Basin was drained thereafter. So that's the North Basin we're looking at now, and the North Tower, and that's the only area that you can walk to. That's the causeway dissecting the two reservoirs. It's almost no wind. Little information boards. Great crested grebe, black-headed gulls. Absolutely no wind. Beautiful morning. You always want to check these grass verges and the water's edge for overnighting waders. I've dropped in and spent the night. I always like to visit the reservoir first, because you never know what you'll find that's dropped in overnight and spent the night. So you want to get here as early as you can to try and catch them before they fly out. I wonder if the terns are starting to nest. A lot of activity. Pied wagtail there. What a morning. I haven't been for a while, so the grass has got a lot longer. Things have already moved, and three great crested grebe flying over. They're always funny to see flying. Look at that. Wow. Look at that, amazing. Almost no wind and not a ripple on the reservoir. This tern raft out there is full of black-headed gulls breeding. Normally when they finish their breeding season, then the common terns start moving in. can't actually see the edge of the south basin. The grass is a bit high, so anything could be hiding down there now, unfortunately. North basin's okay. North basin's pretty full, but I guess that's all the rain that we've had. Way out in the distance I've got two great crested grebes, but in the middle there's a black necked grebe, way out in the distance. Just had a pair of shelduck there. You always check these railings as you walk. They're normally full of pied wagtails, yellow wagtails, white wagtails. Never had any grey wagtails up here, but that's not to say nobody else has. My main aim today is to go to the Moor, so I'm just going to do sort of like a little flying visit to the res. Mallard pair, lovely swans there, common turnover, black-headed gulls. There's a pied wagtail on the fence here. Yeah, so as I was saying, concentrate on the Moor today. Not gonna mess around here too much. Gonna walk over the causeway and back. Very quiet otherwise. Got Terminal 5 in the background there. You've got planes coming and going, but they don't seem to affect the wildfowl on the reservoir. I seem to be the only birder on site as well. I mean, it is only 6 o'clock, but still. There's two entrances to the causeway, one on the west side, one on the east side. I normally park on the west side. There's a little lay-by there that takes about 5 cars or so. If that car park or that lay-by is full, you can always park on the east side. There used to be a little car park there, but too much criminal activity was taking place in the car park, so I think they've closed it now. It's been closed for years. But you can always park in the neighbourhood on the east side as well. I normally just park on the west side. I've never really had problems, but I'm generally the first one here, as you could probably tell. So yeah. Yeah, and as I said, you can only walk the causeway. There's no other place you can't walk around or anything like that. There's no other viewing points to look from. So yeah, very quiet though so far. Hopefully as the day warms up, things will start moving. There's a few things way out in the distance. Right, almost made it all the way across to the east side of the causeway. Very, very quiet here today. Most of the migrants have moved through. The typical sights and sounds of the res with Heathrow so close. What's that coming in there? Herring gull. Linnet. Oh no, sorry. What's that? Yeah, linnet. This one. So I'll take you down the east side and just give you a taste of what the east side looks like. A few displaying great crested grebes, aren't there? So I've made it all the way across very quickly. I didn't mess around. This is the east side now. I'll just swap you around. So this is the east entrance. Car park used to be down here. It's all been closed. I'm not going to go out that way. I'm just going to turn around and go back. Yeah. Right, I've made it to the east end, and now we're going to walk back to the west end, get in the car and go over to Staines Moor, where I'll spend the rest of the morning. It's been very, very quiet here, nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, so a bit of a long walk back, so we'll see what we can see on the res. Just had a nice yellow wagtail on these railings behind me here. Just on the top, it's just flown further away, so we'll see if we can pick it up again on the exit. Right, okay, let's head to the moor. I have no idea what the moor looks like, flooding wise. We've had a lot of rain recently, so could be 6 feet underwater. I have no idea.